The Secret Garden, Part 4. Now today we're going to have a look at 4 gardens, so we better get through these that we've seen already quickly until we get to the ones that we haven't seen. So we're heading off down here again. By the way, that crabapple tree is glorious at the moment. It's called Gorgeous, and it really is gorgeous. So down here, past the formal garden pond and into the azalea garden, which is looking brighter every day now. Incidentally, I grow oriental lilies through these azaleas. They grow 6 foot high, and when the azaleas are over, all the lilies come out. The azaleas prop them up, and the scent from those lilies is beautiful. So we're heading down now through this rose arch, past the office, and we'll go along this path here through some more rose arches, past a rather nice statue there with the clematis behind, along this yew hedged path, another rose arch, and up here past these begonias, which grow very nicely under the shade of this conifer hedge. This grass isn't cut yet because it's been full of miniature daffodils in spring and crocus and snowdrops, which we can look at from our house on winter days. And here we've got an informal pond with a nice statue actually, a nice face at the end there. And just have a look at that. It's a lovely face on this statue. There. It's nice. All hidden in the ivy. And below it we've got a waterfall which nicely oxygenates this water. It's an inverted stone ridge tile of an outside toilet in Wigan. So, not many people know that. The Camasias are nice. Lovely blue Camasias. Over this side, we've got another building that I put up about 3 years ago. Another little gremlin in the gable end there. That's because we didn't have room in our kitchen for a freezer, a chest freezer, so I built that so we could put it in there. And then we'll head off down to another garden down here. I'll take this path down here. This bed is shaded under the trees, so I've planted this up with wood asters, white and blue, and red meadow rue that grows up through them all, a lovely purple flower, and some late alliums with an unpronounceable Latin name. I won't even try to pronounce it. Good ground cover there, no weeding. And then down onto a little lawn here, a circular lawn. It was a sloping patch, so I dug this out so it was level, threw it all at the back, and then put this seat in the bank. It's surrounded by lavender, so in summer that's a lovely scented seat to sit on. A few more shrub roses around here, and lots of rambling roses along that fence. A nice seat actually, it's well used this one, because it's nicely sheltered by these high hedges and walls. We've got climbing hydrangeas on this shady wall, and in this damp soil, rather shady soil, perfect for astilbes. And as you can see, no weeding to be done there. So that's another little garden that we made. And then up this little path back to the office. Somebody was saying they didn't really have a good look in the office, so I'll just have a quick peep in just to show you once more. There's a desk got from a charity shop. A nice desk. I think offices at home are going to be important places in the future, and I can imagine that being somebody's workplace one day with their computer on there. Lovely place to work. Right, and then out of here we go down this border to this sheltered seat at the far end, built up against the wall, with a nice weather vane on top, with a cockerel on it. So we'll sit down here and have a look up this long border, right to the statue at the top. As you can see, the office fits in very nicely with the surroundings. Buildings don't have to be ugly. They can blend in and add to the view. We've got wide herbaceous borders here. It'll be the end of July that these are absolutely laden with blossoms. Lovely flowers all the way up. I think a border needs to be as wide as possible so you can get a lot of colour into it. And all round the sides you can see rambling roses. Lots and lots over arches, fences, walls, over the gable end of the workshop there. The ramblers are beautiful things, and they've got lovely names. The one on the end of the office there is Adelaide d'Orleans, and we've got Felicia Elle Pepette, we've got Auguste Gervais, Léontine Gervais, Francois Jurenville, and over here Ethel. Yes, it's not really got the same ring to it, has it? The white beams look lovely in the background there. So this is the long border. Over here we've got our vegetable garden. The walls here we put up, it must be about 30 years ago now. Stone that the farmer didn't want. He had some small fields, and he wanted to get rid of the internal walls so that he could have larger fields. So I got all this stone for nothing. It must be well over 100 yards of it actually. When you think there's 2 tons of stone in every yard of 6-foot high wall, that's 200 tons of stone there. It's a reasonable wall, but compared to my son's, it's not very good really. His is coursed all the way through like bricks in a wall, with big stones at the bottom and going up gradually to the smaller ones at the top. A good wall is a beautiful thing to see. It's an amazing structure. But anyway, these haven't fallen down, so I'm pleased about that. And the stone, well, it wasn't the best of stone. It's called Beck Bottom Boulders. So it's come out of a river originally. Rounded stones, not coming out of a quarry. So harder to build with. The greenhouse I got for nothing. Some chap didn't want it. He'd moved into a new house and didn't want the greenhouse. So that would have cost a lot of money. Inside we've got fuchsias that have got to be put out yet. We filled up with tomato plants. Incidentally, tomato plants, I'd grown them from seed, and then one day I went and had a look, and 5 of them looked really sick. I looked at the books, and they'd got a virus. A virus? God, I thought even the tomatoes have got a virus now. Here we've got our 3 beds of vegetables. Usually I grow broad beans because they grow easily. I grow leeks because we have leek and potato soup in winter. Broccoli, which just keeps coming and coming. Every time you come out there's more broccoli to pick. So that's a good one. The soil's poor. It's light sandy soil, so don't grow good vegetables. They say with a light sandy soil you've got no backache but a lot of heartache. Along the walls here we've got raspberry canes. We've got blackberries, so we can have blackberry and apple pie with those Bramley apples we saw last time. The important compost heap, of course. This is all last year's compost in here. That'll be rotted down by spring next year, and all of this year's compost will go in there. We've got blackcurrant bushes here. We've got rhubarb. We've got lots more raspberry canes, mid-season, earlies, lates. And across here we've got sweet peas, a lot of cut flowers this year. I was too late to put in the leeks, and so I've gone for cut flowers. There's plenty of flowers in the garden, but they're not all good for cutting. So I've put in there cosmos, cornflowers, ami, which is sort of like a cow parsley, tall antirrhinums, which are good for cutting, and some everlasting flowers. So it's a bit of a change this year in the vegetable garden. Now, you've seen all the gardens now in here. This is 8 gardens that have been made out of that sloping field that we bought in the mid-1980s. We've got 2 more gardens to look at. They're in the back of our house. But that's about it for now. Until next time.